almost think I can get some music. Take my desk real quick. I have entirely too much stuff on here. You get a clean top, right? Alright. Receipts that we're saving. Getting used to being savvy business owners, right? So I'm going to move these clay projects. I don't know why, but in the back of my mind I heard the cleanup song. I'm gonna set those there. Alright, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. Hey, I'm just cleaning off my desk real quick. Sorry, y'all. Try not to roll my dress up in this seat. I need to get one of those little plastic things for the seat that is really warm. Don't even start. I just let you in, you punk. Cat already wants to go back out. Okay. Alright. Lights, camera action, right? We saw nothing. Alright. These are my earrings I made. I see now why they say don't bake the hook. Because it does, it tarnishes it. Like rather quickly. So, for those of you who are not into tarot readings, we're going to do a tarot card pull for each day of the week. Hope you have a nice day. If you're not, for those of you that are, welcome. For those of you who have no idea what I'm doing, I literally just got a tarot card deck at Spencer's, and I'm just going to pull the cards and we're going to Google what each one of the cards means. I'm not a tarot reader, don't claim to be, but we do this to get a general idea of what the week is going to look like, and just some light touch. If it doesn't work for you, that's fine, just let it go with every other bit of information that just flows through your mind. For those of you who it does resonate with, I hope it helps you. We're only going to pull one card for each day of the week to give us an idea of what we're looking forward to this week. I'm going to start with Monday, going through to Sunday. And I'm not taking cards that fall. I'm just going to actually pull the cards. So I am going to do one thing that's called a twist of fate. So this way you guys see for a fact that I'm not keeping the cards all in the same direction. They're going to come up in different directions. This is not not a no reversal reading. And I do this differently. For those of you who are into tarot, this is not something that you would normally see. So, going to go ahead and pull one day for each day of the week, and we're going to get a general idea of what we're going to be looking at. Last one. And starting from the top, I'm just going to lay them down. So, Monday, the Devil in reversed. Tuesday, Ten of Pentacles upright. Wednesday, 9 of Swords reversed. Thursday, 2 of Cups upright. Friday, Death upright. Saturday, 8 of Swords upright. And for those of you who actually do read cards, y'all take however your own determination is. I'll show you the card as it goes. And Sunday is 4 of Cups upright. The overall for the week is the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. And I'm going to walk through each one of these cards with y'all. So, whatever the first thing that comes to your mind whenever you see these cards, whatever it is, if it's a number, color, the imagery, something in the background, doesn't matter. Whatever it comes to you first is what its meaning is for you specifically. If this does not resonate with you, don't worry about it. Hey! Hey, bub! Yeah, my son is on here. Hey, Bubba. My son just recently experienced something similar to that of what I experienced several years ago. And that was scary. I forgot my drink. Hold up. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay. I'm not sure if he still does it or not. Bubba, are you on here still? Hey! Hey, Robert. Yeah, I do this every day. Every day. Just like I did at the house. Yep. So, I don't know if Bub still does do this, but y'all want to go check him out. He's 10 Swordsman on, I think, Xbox. Or you can type in whatever your the thing is. You know what I mean? The thingy. Your stream name or whatever it is. I think it's 10 Swordsman. I try to give, you know, shout outs to my kids whenever I get a chance to. Yeah, there we go. So if y'all want to go check him out on Xbox, I think it's Xbox. So, yeah, he does the racing things. Yeah. That is my son, y'all. He's my oldest. Yep. So, yeah. Hey. Hope you're having a good day. So yeah, y'all go check him out. And I think Ange's is like Sweet Goth Kitten or something like that. I can't remember. I can never remember like the specifics of it. You're gonna change the oil on the S10. You need to change the S10 to a different vehicle. Thank you. I bet you didn't even get it checked out. Make sure the body was safe to drive it. Thank you. Anyhow, there's mom mode. Yeah, that's another thing too. Like, even if you guys get into like a minor crash, there's still a possibility of you guys actually being hurt from it and not realizing it until much later. Just dented. Okay, well, you got away lucky, I guess. I'll do it again. I'm laughing only because I can. Yeah, I'm glad that, you know, nothing really bad happened from that situation. That was scary. So, as I always say, y'all please continue to pray for me and my children and my family and my friends. That's good. I'm glad that it's not too terrible, but it still makes me nervous. Anytime that you guys even have a fender bender, please just get it checked out. It's just dented. I have to replace the grill, the bumper, the headlights, the fender, the cross member, the radiator. It's just dent. It's just, I've dented it. I've dented it. Dented it all the way into the driver's seat. That's, yeah. Anyway, I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah. Mm. You're very, very lucky, bub. And I keep telling you guys, just because the luck's there in the moment doesn't mean it's always there. You know what I mean? Eventually that luck runs out, so just be glad and grateful that it wasn't worse than what it was. So, right? Right. User 2492. Hey. Yeah, right? Amen to that. Hallelujah. Yeah, I'm glad that you guys are still moving. That's why I said, I was like, you know, okay, this is okay too. Dang. So, yeah, and my I really need to start answering. I need to change that, I think it's, what is it, Snapchat that y'all use? I need to change the notification thing on that, because when you guys call me, I don't even know that you called me. But, damn if I don't get those freaking Snap notifications for your stories, though. Oh, that's Zoe. She's gonna wait her turn until I decide to let her outside again, because I literally just let her in. She is super cute. Thank you. Say hey, Zoe. She silently screamed, hey! You didn't hear it, though. I'm not making fun of you. I don't care, even if you are. I'm gonna sit here and clean my foot while I'm on stream. Are you giving him foot pics? Is that what it is? Okay. Maybe we should get that guy back on here. Maybe he'll buy your feet pics. Only pause. You know it. Okay, you wanna go outside? She's like, I don't know. Do I want to go outside? It's kind of like hot outside. Goodbye, kitty. She'll be back in like 5 minutes. When I come back in. I should just put like a revolving door. Yeah, that cat likes to be on the stream. The other one's not so happy about it though. The black cat doesn't like the camera. And Mabel, she's just like a loaf. So yeah. Yeah, Mabel's currently laying in a puddle by the front door. Not literally in a puddle, but, you know, she's the puddle. But, so yeah. I think I'm the only person in Iredell County, or any county, that's had 2 children graduate at the age of 16, working on a 3rd, and the 4th one, she can graduate anytime. You gotta go help them. Okay. Alright, I love you, bub. Be safe. That's my son, y'all. That's my oldest son. So yeah, be careful. Alright, back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Monday. So, for those of you who aren't into tarot cards, have a nice day. For those of you who are, or are mildly interested, Monday is going to be the Devil Reversed. And I'm going to Google it real quick. the Devil reversed. Okay, so Monday you'll be breaking free from negative influences, overcoming harmful habits, and reclaiming personal power. It can represent a release from limiting beliefs, self-destructive behaviors, or toxic relationships. The reverse devil encourages self-acceptance, healing, and empowerment. So, breaking free, releasing limiting beliefs, reclaiming power, and shadow work. The reverse devil can represent successful engagement with your shadow self, acknowledging and integrating negative aspects of your personality. In relationships, self-care, finances, and personal growth, it can be the beginning of a healing journey and empowerment. Like I said, breaking free from financial burdens, pursuing more fulfilling path, overcoming obstacles, and becoming more self-aware. It's a positive card that indicates progress, healing, and the potential for a significant positive change in various aspects of your life. So, when I'm showing you this card, mind you, this has got a lot of light on it. Sorry. So anything that you see in this card, it could be the numbers, it could be the symbols, it could be the color, it could be, whatever imagery that you see first. It doesn't matter. Like, whatever comes to your mind first, and then second is the guess. So first is the intuition, second is the guess. So this will be your vibe Monday, okay? Tuesday is the... Wait, let me write this down. Use my handy dandy Hello Kitty pencil with the jelly finger holder. Alright, so what am I writing on? I will move this plate one more time. My not so handy dandy book. Okay. What did I just do with that card? Did I knock it over? For real? Where did it go? What? Is it stuck to my plate? Where'd the card go? I just had it in my hand, didn't I? Y'all, for real? I didn't even go anywhere. Where did the card go?
You ain't gonna say that the curtain fell off again by itself.
Baby, a card disappeared.
With the curtain from the camper. Oh my God, did y'all see that?
What?
You're probably sitting on it.
No, I'm not. I'm not even sitting down. I'm standing up. Where did the card go? I just had it in my hand. Y'all, please help me. For anybody who's just watching, please let me know what happened to that card. I literally got up to get a piece of paper and I turn around and it's gone. What? Where did the card go? Oh my God. I literally like put my plate up there. It's not stuck to the plate, it's not on the thing. Then I moved this, because I grabbed this. I moved this book. Y'all know, y'all see what I'm talking about? What the heck? Okay, hold up. I was sitting here, I was reading the cards, right? I said, okay. Hold up. Backtrack. I was showing the card. Showing the card. I said, hold on, I need to write this down. I was eating, so I put my plate up here, right? It's not under the plate. It's not on top of there. I didn't touch anything else. I got a piece of paper, brought it back over here, grabbed the book, and now the freaking card is gone. I'm literally looking everywhere and I don't see it anywhere. Oh, maybe it was like stuck to the back of something, or did I put it in the book? No, because I hadn't even opened the book yet. I don't think. Did I? Oh my gosh, this is tripping me out now. What? Okay. So. No, so this is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, Monday is missing now. I thought maybe like I knocked it over, or... If I couldn't find that freaking card today, I was about to lose my mind completely. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, whoever prayed for that to show back up. Okay, so maybe something might go missing Monday. The cat. No, it wasn't the cat, it was me. Yeah, so be careful of things like randomly, like, not being and you freaking out for a hot minute. So yeah, the devil in reverse. Devil is afoot. So, trickster energy. Very much trickster energy. Ooh. You got a jolt out of me, that was for sure. Alright. On to the next, right? Lord. Monday. Yes, I had another curtain situation. Devil reversed. I'm gonna write trickster energy. But the actual titling for that is really just like acknowledging the past, being mindful of regression, seeking support if you need to, looking at your personal growth, career, finances, self-care, relationships, shadow work, reclaiming power, releasing limiting beliefs, breaking free. So, I see change, definitely. Maybe like a mindset change. Maybe feeling like a little bit chaotic, but thinking past the negative thoughts. It's good advice, I think, for Monday. And because I don't have it printed out, I have to write it down. So, but the good thing is that I think that whatever your idea is that's coming about, or whatever comes about, ends up being something that could be really beneficial for you because you automatically have the Ten of Pentacles here. It's not as strong as the Ace naturally, but I feel like we'll have a good outcome from this because it is upright also. So, Ten of Pentacles upright signifies abundance, stability, and lasting legacy. Hold on, I'm going to show you guys the card. Hopefully it doesn't disappear this time. Oh, I have to turn it like a little sideways. Sorry, because my light is stupid. There we go. So, whatever imagery that you see from this numbers could be anything. Whatever comes to mind when you see this. The first thing is the intuition, and the second thing is the guess. So signifies abundance, stability, and lasting legacy, often associated with family and financial security. Material and financial security, family and legacy, long-term planning, generational wealth, fulfillment, and satisfaction. Suggests a culmination of efforts leading to long-term prosperity and the ability to enjoy the fruits of one's labors, potentially with a focus on building something that will endure for generations. So, thinking outside the box is definitely a plus for Monday, because I think whatever idea that you come up with is going to be very beneficial. I don't know why the word benevolent just came to mind. Meter. It's a minotaur, but for some reason the word centaur came to mind. Peanuts. You may think that this idea or this is just like, you might get comments from the peanut gallery, or this is just, it pays out in peanuts. But it's not. It ends up being your Ten of Pentacles. Whatever idea, seed in your mind, thought, maybe you'll come up with a new idea this week that'll be very beneficial to you. Now, it may feel like you have to do a lot of work and you're getting only peanuts for this right now. But in your heart, it's the Ten of Pentacles. So you're being vulnerable, and because you're being vulnerable, it's almost like it's your power. Yeah, so be vulnerable to your positive ideas that you may think that, like, they're going to get kind of like coated, like I don't know why I was thinking like a peanut M&M. I think it's because I'm like been craving them lately. Anyways, kind of like the peanut is the idea and all the negative thinking is the chocolate coating, right? So it's like trying to coat it in these negative thoughts of, oh, this is a dumb idea, or oh, you know, it's only going to give you peanuts for money. It's only going to be, it's going to be nothing. Like, it's going to try to diminish it, right? It's going to try to overpower the idea, or maybe someone might try to overpower your ideas, or sugarcoat something. So be aware of that. Nine of Swords. Hey, Nick. Okay, so Nine of Swords. Now, if you have a different reading for this, that's totally fine. This is just what I'm reading off of this, and then just what I'm looking at, and my own personal opinion. Nine of Swords reversed. Okay, so that is really good, and this indicates, okay, so Nine of Swords reversed. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Ugh, it's lighting. I can't move that because I'll move the camera. So this is Nine of Swords. It's got a griffin on it, and there's a knight right here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Come on now. Okay. Shift from despair and anxiety towards healing and a more positive outlook. It can represent overcoming fears, letting go of negative self-talk, and finding peace of mind. However, it can also indicate a worsening of mental health issues or a reluctance to confront anxiety, suggesting a need for support and self-honesty. Overcoming your shadows, healing and recovery, good news and good new options, liberation from worry, seeking support. Any kind of negative interpretation would be that your mental health is worsening, refusal to confront that, and that you will find obstacles and stagnation. But the reverse Nine of Swords is a complex card with varied interpretations. Generally suggests a move away from negativity and towards healing, but it is crucial to consider the context of the reading and whether there is a tendency to avoid confronting difficult emotions. So, okay, so this is leaning towards some kind of positive motion during the beginning part of this week. I think you guys are going to start to recognize some certain patterns that maybe you had in the past that you're going to break free of. Whether that was like an addiction to something, or like using something in place of feeling an emotion. So breaking free of chains, getting out of the rat race, finding your place in the rat race, so to speak. I just see breaking free a lot. Shining a light on your, I guess it would be inner power, because the green snake represents overcoming anything, and the mirror is shining the sunlight down on the green snake, which is in the cage with, or in the area with the griffin, or the basilisk, sorry. It's not a griffin, it's a basilisk. My bad. So mirror showing yourself something that you're running away from, that you can overcome anything. It's the light is being shown that you can overcome anything, but you're running away from it. And it may have to do with like your roots, or not real sure. Hold on. I feel like you had no choice but to overcome a lot of like really, really horrible things. Like really scary, horrible things. Like Davy's locket, Walker Davy's locket. Like you had to lock it away inside, maybe? Maybe you felt like you had to hold everything inside, and you're starting to find a way to work through those thoughts and feelings and emotions and stuff, and you're scared, but you're still taking the steps, even though it's scary, even though you don't know what's ahead. So, taking the steps necessary. So, Nine of Swords. So Thursday then is Two of Cups. Two of Cups upright. So here's the Two of Cups upright. Trying to get it so you guys can see it. It's really rough with that lighting. Sorry. Maybe if I bow it a little. So whatever imagery that you see in that is what it is. Two of Cups upright signifies harmonious partnerships, mutual respect, and strong connections. It often points to the joy and strength found in coming together with another person, whether in romantic, platonic, or business relationship. This card emphasizes the importance of communication, cooperation, and shared goals for building successful and fulfilling unions. So, you may find out that there is that your idea comes together easier than you thought, and that people are there supporting you in your path, even if it doesn't feel like it. It may feel like I said, you've come from this heated manure pile, right? Through the maze, past all of the, opposing or realizations, or like you've come through and you've come so far, and you're starting to see like okay, so there's a saying that like the further you go, the farther back it'll take to get, the farther it'll go to take for you to get back. I don't know, anyway, something like that, right? So Delulu is the Trululu, but there's something about like don't wander too far. I'm getting the vibe of like Beauty and the Beast type thing, where she's like riding a horse through the woods, and she's got all these, in this imagery, she's got a lot of flowers around her. There may be a renewed sense of harmony, but with that, this could be in friendships, partnerships, business partnerships, or any situation where two individuals come together and with a mutual benefit and shared goals. So you may, your idea may need a partner. Your idea may need a sponsor. And you may think that whatever this idea is small, but somebody's going to turn that around for you. Somebody's going to help you along this path that you're taking right now. I don't think you realize that you're being watched. there's something in the wind. I don't know what that reference is, but others' perspectives. Emphasizes the importance of valuing each other's perspectives and talents, highlighting the need for cooperation, compromising, and building a strong emotional connection. When these two people come together, they can create something beyond what either could have achieved alone. So there may be like a really, really important business partnership that ends up happening this week. Or like you may meet someone that's going to help you on your path. Whether that's like friendship, family, relationship. It could have something to do with whatever your idea was. Or maybe it's your idea of, maybe it's your perfect idea of what a person should be or something like that. I don't know. I don't really want to say that this is like relationship wise, but it could be. But I feel like during the course of this week, you're going to come across somebody. They may be watching you. You may not know that they're watching you. Okay? But I think that they see the seeds that you're planting, and they see how far you've come on it. Like you've tamed the beast of it, in a sense. You're in the process of. Or maybe someone will come along to help tame that beast of, I say beast because like I said, this Two of Cups unicorn with the roses and the girl riding the horse and stuff kind of references that for me. So by Thursday, you may meet someone. So Two of Cups is going to help you. So unity or coming together. Maybe your thoughts are coming together. It's another possibility also. But by Friday, you have the Death card, which most people look at negatively. Death card upright.
The first two are endings and failure. I have 6 answers in total.
So, this is the Death card upright. And like I said, most people look at this and they're like, oh, well, that means that there's going to be a death. Well, I mean, there's a possibility in that, but that's not what it means. There's a possibility in death every single second of our lives, right? Doesn't mean it's going to happen. So, death just means ending of something, right? So maybe it's the ending of a mindset, a change, or the death of an old way of being, or old thought processes. So endings, failure, letting go of attachments, mortality, profound change, and severe illness. Embrace transformation and release what no longer serves you. So significant change, end of a cycle. For those of you who are single, you may actually meet someone this week that meets a lot of your needs. It urges you to let go, will hold you back, and welcome fresh beginnings in both love and life. So love does not necessarily have to mean like relationship. Love could be like a love of a pet. It could be a love of a hobby. It could be a love of jogging or something, which I don't know if you'll find that, but anyway. You know, it could be any of that. New beginnings is upright, a yes or a no. It's always going to be a yes. And if your question is about literal death, then the answer is no. So, let's see. reveals that you are experiencing significant personal changes, may be ready to shed the past, baggage, or emotional ties that no longer serve you, and embrace the transformative energy. I'm seeing really positive change this week. So yeah, change in mindset. I'm just gonna write embrace transformative energy, whatever that means for you. This is Eight of Swords upright. So this is Saturday. It's the Pegasus, I believe. Yeah, Pegasus. And this one means generally signifies feeling trapped, restricted, and limited by self-imposed constraints and negative thinking. It suggests a victim mentality when one feels powerless to change their situation, often due to fear and negative self-talk. However, it also carries the message that these limitations are often self-created, and there's a path of freedom to freedom by challenging these beliefs and taking action. Remember what I said about thinking outside the box and thinking in a manner that is, maybe there's going to be somebody that comes across your path that helps you to do this, helps you to think outside the box, helps you to see how far you've come and what all you can do with it. But I think, like, okay, say for example, you get an offer this week, maybe from a manager, from a new job, or maybe you get an offer to go out to eat, or, you know, like on a date or something, or maybe somebody offers you some time somewhere, I don't know, and it's like super important to you, it's like close to your heart for some reason. But it's really scary for you to do this, or to talk about it, or to walk into this situation, to be confronted with it, for it to be a reality, right? And so you might start, like, you might start allowing that chocolate covering to cover your peanut, so to speak, of, you know, I'm going to start, now that it's the weekend, now those negative thoughts are going to be like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't have done that, or maybe I shouldn't, or now I'm going to start, like, doubling back, even though we had so much positive forward movement. Now it's like restriction, the limits that we put on our own thoughts and our own circumstances mentally. So, and it can be a pattern. This can be something that is the reason why you've been single for so long, or maybe it's the reason why things didn't work out before, or this is the reason why, you know, I haven't gotten that far in my life, you know, because I have all of these negative thoughts that as soon as I get that little peanut of an idea, even if it's positive thinking for myself or positive words for myself, you know, hey, you know, I'm going to go look in the mirror and say, like, hey, beautiful, how are you doing this morning? Like, we're going to have an awesome day today. That positive thinking is like a 4-letter word for some people. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you get that little peanut of an idea and it ends up getting coded, you know, even though it's this wonderful, beautiful, you know, mystical, mysterious, ethereal idea that came from the ethers to you specifically, so you can enact this in the, you know, in the world. You end up bringing all these clouds in, and you let those clouds cover your thoughts, and then you can't think straight, and then you can't make a good decision because you're not basing it off of what you know to be your solid truth, you know, and you're covering your own rainbow in a sense with all these clouds, because of it's all the clouds of things that people have said to you, or maybe it's a thought that you had that wasn't true. You've always thought it was true, but it's not true, and there's a difference in that. Okay, so be aware of self-limiting beliefs, systems that could be hindering your progression by you getting in your own damn way, basically, and allowing those negative thoughts to overtake anything that's positive in your life, you know? It almost makes it feel like if something good happens in your life that's bad. That's not true. That's the most ass backwards fucked up way of thinking. And we do it every single day. So, you know, take it for what it is in that moment and understand that this week is going to be a really awesome week. And I really hope that you look forward to all the open, you know, opportunities that are available around you at all times. You know, I mean, it's a little much sometimes. I know that. Eight of Swords, beware of self-limiting beliefs. And don't let people get in your way, like, especially if someone sees that you're doing really well for yourself, they're going to try to come in and fuck that shit up, because they're not happy about it. Like, they may act like they're happy about it, but they're really not happy about it. And they want to fuck your world up, and they want to do it as quickly as possible and as directly as possible, which is the best way to do it, as closely as possible. So they want to know everything about everything. Okay? So, be aware of, you know, the snakes in your garden, so to speak. You may be drowning in emotions about this situation come Sunday, but we'll look and see. Four of Cups upright. Okay, so you may feel... Okay, so you may actually get invited to go out Saturday. Like, by Thursday, this person will be asking you to hang out Saturday or do something Saturday. And if you let your overthinking, or whatever happens, whatever comes this week, and if you let your overthinking take a hold of it, by Sunday you're going to regret it. So, I'm not saying yes or no about taking an opportunity, but by Sunday, upright Four of Cups often signifies a period of introspection, boredom, and potential missed opportunity. Suggests a sense of apathy or discontentment with the present situation, prompting a need for reflection or reevaluation. While it can indicate a time of quiet contemplation, it can also highlight potential for overlooking blessings or positive aspects of life due to self-absorption or focus on what is lacking. Okay, so self-limiting beliefs and a lack mindset will take you this whole entire good week and fuck it up by this weekend if you don't be careful. Okay? So, chill. Apathy and disinterest, feeling unmotivated, disconnected from your current circumstances, introspection or reflection, time to look inward and assess your emotion, needs, and desires. Again, this may be you reevaluating an offer that was given to you during the course of this week by this weekend. A tendency to overlook or disregard potential blessings and positive aspects of your life due to a focus on what is missing. You may feel like you're not good enough. You may feel like whatever this opportunity or offer or whatever is, like, you just feel the pressure of it, right? So what do you do when you feel the pressure? You tend to run away from it. So I would suggest, like, taking a self-care weekend this weekend and really, like, allowing yourself to evaluate how you feel about this week. Take care of all those emotional blockages. If you have to, cry it out. If you gotta get mad and punch a pillow, not a person. Love and relationships. I know that there's going to be indicated a period of emotional detachment or need to assess the emotional availability of yourself or your partner. In career and finance, could suggest a lack of motivation or dissatisfaction in your current work situation. Like I said, this could be a completely, like, you could be at work and then all of a sudden either A, you get an opportunity to move to a different department, or you get a job offer, or like with a different company, but you're used to the company that you're with and you're getting this offer and you're not sure what it's going to bring. You just know what you're being told, but you don't really know the behind the scenes, and so, like, your mind starts deep diving, you know what I mean? Same thing with a person. Like, if a person comes into your life and, like, say, asks you on a date or something like that, and then all of a sudden now you're just like, the dark overlords come in and taken over every single positive aspect of this situation, because now I'm going to overthink every single complex thought that I could possibly have in every worst case scenario immediately. Because I want to be prepared, right? So, you know, you get into that deep dive of like, oh, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe this person is going to see all these dark sides of me and like all these aspects of me that I don't show anybody. And I can't be that, you know, beautiful unicorn that they expect me to be. I am like this, you know, the Sith in the boat kind of vibe. You know what I mean? And, and maybe you meet somebody that is not your aesthetic. Maybe you meet someone that's like the total opposite of you. And it's scary because now you don't know how to react. You don't know how to respond to this. But it's like the truth in all of it is that ultimately you literally are your only competition. And if you can get past your dark thoughts and like the things that are holding you back, then you're gonna soar like you never did before. And like there's gonna be those deep, dark, sludgy, moist vibes, you know what I mean? Like the soggy depths of our nothingness, you know, when we talk about like all of the things that we don't want to you know, show to the world. We always try to end up hiding it away, and I think it's a time to end that. I think it's a time for us to start to have a little bit more faith in ourselves and solid in our own bones, so to speak, that no matter what comes along the way, that we are the light in the darkness, you know? And I really try to empower you guys in a sense of understanding that. You know, that you are the light, you are the way, you are the one true creator. Each one of you are. You all have superconductors inside of your own mind. You have superpowers beyond your own belief that you just don't know yet because you haven't used that part of your brain yet. And that's okay. The whole reason in continuous searching of learning is so that way you can continue to create those brain paths. So this way you can use more of your brain and use parts of your brain that you never used before. And that in itself is a superpower. The more knowledge that you have, I know we've heard this a million times, knowledge is power, but it's true. I mean, yeah, money runs the world, but you can do a lot even with no money. I know everyone's like, can you please explain? Because I need some advice over here, you know what I mean? Economy, right? So, but there's a lot of things that can be done just in trading or knowledge or networking. So, yeah. Four cups. Reevaluate. So by Sunday, I want you guys to really reevaluate, because by the time you're going into this next week, you need to get past that brick wall of that negative thought, just as much as you can. 8 of Pentacles reversed. You may feel lazy this week. You may feel like you need to take a break. You may feel overworked. You may feel in your mind like you're doing all this wonderful work, but in reality you're just running around like a chicken without a head at all. Negative aspects, lack of concentration, poor quality, laziness and aversion to work, feeling overwhelmed, poor skill set, workaholic tendencies. Taking a break is a positive interpretation of it. Reassessing priorities, finding balance, seeking guidance, focusing on quality, and turning away from toxic work environments. Not just toxic work environments, just take out the work part and like add that to whatever category that you need to, but turning away from a toxic environment, period. Even if it's a person, in a moment. Like if you have somebody that comes up to you or like starts being a jerk to you or something like that, 6 foot that person. And I don't mean that in a negative aspect. I mean that as in like you can be 6 feet over there Okay? Or you can deadhead them, which is like the same concept where, you know, you basically consider them that they're already ended. They don't exist. They're 6 foot under. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can put them 6 foot outside your circle, or you can put them the other way in your mind, not in reality. So, yeah, that's bad. So I always suggest like 6 foot circle. The only people that are allowed within your 6 foot circle are the people that you choose, because there's only a certain amount that will fit in that 6 foot circle. And if it's something that's negative, put them outside that circle. Put them in a timeout for a little while. You know what I mean? So, there's your overall for the week. Hold up. Find balance. You might also get in your head a lot this week and do this whole like really, really super high-low thing. Like where you have a really, really emotional start, like the start of the week ends up being really high emotionally, and then by the end of the week, going into the weekend, you're in a crash and burn. You know what I'm saying? Or like you start off the week real strong, you feel like you're running with like a chicken without its head. By come Wednesday, Thursday, you're freaking delusional because you haven't slept all freaking week, and by Friday, you feel like you're like the death of the world. You know what I mean? And then by Saturday, like come this weekend, you're just like completely drained. So don't do that. Don't do the workaholic thing where you work, and then you crash, and you have a burnout. Okay, so try to find balance somewhere in this week where even if there's like an extreme situation that happens, try to stay as even keeled as possible. Okay, and I know it's really hard. It's hard for me to do it too. So, but that's the advice for this week. Oh, Griffin's right behind it. Yeah, you might feel like really emotional. Workaholic is definitely a vibe for this week, so be careful. Maybe somebody may ghost you. Don't worry too much about that though, because they'll come back. You may feel like you can overcome anything and any circumstances. And this, like I said, this idea, whatever comes to you, this little peanut of an idea, I don't know why the word peanut is coming to mind. Maybe that's a reference for y'all. But I feel like it's going to, whatever this idea is, it's got a lot of roots in it, okay? Or maybe you have a lot of, like a lot of things going on at the same time. Some people may be closed off to this, others may be open to it. But it's something from within you, so I don't know. And you may not even realize it, that you're standing on this, like, historically monumental idea. And it is the truth, you're slicing right through it. Other people, there's someone watching, like someone's admiring you. Watching you work, watching what you're doing, watching what you're creating. You're, not fertilizing, I guess that would be another word, but you're, I don't know why the word spread your seed. It's not really that. What is it when the bees come around and they like pollinate? Watching you pollinate something, feed something. You're growing something. You have a lot of eyes on you. I don't think you realize it. I don't think you see it. But you're pinpoint focused. Beware that pinpoint focus. You might miss the bigger picture. So there may be some conflict, either internal conflict or external. Some point during this week you may feel like you have to, that even though that you've chameleoned yourself with everyone around you, that for some reason you're standing out a lot this week. Like a lot more, like you can't chameleon for some reason. You can't hide from it. There's some kind of judgment coming this week. Maybe from several heads of state, head of an estate, something religious also. They may have some religious backing. Some of you guys might be going to court. I don't know. Feeling lost. Feeling like you don't know what to do. Like you can't fight. This is really specific for somebody. Wishes didn't come true. Somebody's wishes didn't come true. Slow going, but now it's fast. There's a lot of information coming through. Trying to do things from you. I don't know why this card feels so violent, but it's not. It's like the least violent. Three of Cups, yeah, somebody's watching. Somebody's working on something. Putting the pieces together. And there may be a lot of people that don't see things the way that you see things. You fall victim. You feel like a victim, but you're some kind of royal bloodline or something. Like you have something. Oh, speaking of which, the triangulations, triangles, pyramids. With the pyramids, each one of the sides of the location specific. So the frequency is it's a portal. So 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you're reaching for something. You're reaching for something that you want. Some people may feel like you're getting it however you can. I keep hearing the word opponent, opposed, omnipotent. Coins, having something to do with coins. Someone's trying to take your coins. Hiding in the shadows. Make you feel like there's an illusion. Wheels are turning. And someone's working behind the scenes. Always working behind the scenes. I always have that thought in the back of my mind. But this is someone watching you fight, watching you battle, and work hard to the bone almost for like an eternity. And you've weathered through the storm and stood strong through it. And Anubis is like, I don't know, there's some kind of like power. I don't know why I keep getting the pyramids. I guess it's just because of this card set, but like I keep getting the pyramids. Something having to do with power and the pyramids. Power like frequency, energy, lights, sound, specific letters and lights with the words maybe. It's like a combination. Because remember back then it was alchemy. So it's light and sound. Yeah, sound, singing, fire, elements, because you got to do elements too. Chasing change into the light, the sun from the roots. Chasing change. And the yellow flowers are a sign of friendship, right? I don't know why there's always referencing the green snake, which means that you can overcome anything. Arachnid. So phobias, overcoming any kind of phobias, that you have the power to overcome those fears and phobias. And the light, the moon reverses that they are in the darkness, right? And you may feel scared of this, but you feel safe if you stay still. You don't know, like, if, and, okay, so when I see this, I'm seeing that, like, I want to say the word empowerment again, but that's not the word I'm looking for. Enveloping, enchanting, empowering, no, I just said that wrong. It's not the word I'm looking for. It's the word I'm looking for. It's fine. You know when, like, a theatrical, when they stand on stage and they are engulfed or encompassed in the roar of the crowd, so to speak. I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for. Whatever that word is that describes the receiving of the energy of external, being open to external energy. Feeling like you're gonna crash and burn, but there's nothing wrong. It's peaceful. You just feel like it is. Maybe it's the internal turmoil doesn't match the external world. The behaviors and so the thoughts and the behaviors don't match. The feelings and the behaviors don't match. There's no justice in this because of the fact that they don't match. It's, okay, so try to match your words and your feelings this week, or like whatever you're feeling, make it known in the real world, in reality. And it might feel like it's overwhelming, like I said, like you're battling, like you have to constantly be at battle. But ultimately, like I said, all of this comes from you. All of it. You have to sing from your heart song, whatever that is. Even when you feel like you're being tortured. I mean, even, we feel like this all the time. Afraid of our own light. And some of us use that to, suck the soul out of other people. They know about the light and they use it against you. They use that light to empower themselves in a way to make them look good when in reality it's you. Okay? So just remember your roots. Like I said, remember that there is change all around you. That this light and this beauty comes from within you, and there's nothing that anyone or anything can do to change that. You are ultimately the one that gets to make that choice as to whether or not you want to keep or let things go. And, sometimes we gotta mark out those dark thoughts. You gotta scratch them out of your mind, Don't let them pass that portal of your own being. You're ultimately the gatekeeper for your own mind, and even if those thoughts are negative and they feel like you feel like you're stuck, that, ultimately, like I said, that you're the star of the show. This is your life. You are the one true leader in this. You're the one true creator, and even if, like I said, if you feel like you're running around with your head, without your head, even without your head, you still have a soul. So, keep going. You've never changed. Just your external did. Your circumstances, your experiences, just situations changed, but you never changed. So stay strong in knowing. And that's all you need to know. These are just a tool. Nothing glorified about it. Just simple. Everything else is up here. So, on that note. You're funny. Alright. So happens when you get overworried. Let's see. So there's Sunday, and like I said, this entire week has now been utilized. So scratching that and starting fresh. So pulling all the rest of this into here. And that is going into, where's that page now? I just saw it. I'll find it. I will find it. I will find it. As soon as I find it. Here it is. Oh, that's going into August. So, there's that. So that's July's. And then that's the week. So we'll start fresh. I do have to go get ink and transfer these loose papers to the actual book online versus written. So I'll close this and I'm going to go ahead and transfer everything from this to the computer. So I'm going to pull up the calendar and we're going to start off from the beginning. So that's circulation. So here's August. So I'm going to go back into this week. This week that we're going into, the aesthetic is Nico Cute. For those of you who don't know what that is, hold on. It's an aesthetic that we pulled up on the Aesthetic Master List wheel. And for the most part, you guys already know exactly what Nico Cute is. Anyway.
Hey, was you talking to me?
What, babe?
Oh, I know who's talking to me. I heard your voice.
Yeah. No, I'm just talking to stream.
Okay. Are you making lunch?
Huh?
No. What are you making?
I'm not making anything.
Oh, I thought you said something about eating.
No, I just made bacon and eggs.
I know, but that's why I was curious. I thought that's what you said. Right?
Do you want me to make something?
Oh, no. I might hear explain a little bit with me, but I just heard stuff. I just clarified what I thought you said.
Okay. Okay, so split view might go crazy for a second. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so this is Neko Cute aesthetic. So this is the aesthetic for this week. I don't want to scroll too much through the pictures because sometimes they get crazy. But yeah, here's the aesthetic for this week. Imagery. And there we go. So it's basically like, it looks like a lot of pastel, lots of ears, which we can totally rock that, and what is going on with my computer right now? Okay, so yeah, so basically like e-girl vibe, schoolgirl aesthetic. Yeah, lots of ears, pretty much ears on everything. So we'll try for that aesthetic this week. I can't be sure entirely, but we will try. I don't have bangs, and I don't have any. Well, I have the black hair that has bangs, so, and I have the black lace ears, so I could probably do. Oh, and stars. I have stars. Okay. You okay?
What are you doing?
I'm talking about the aesthetic that we pulled for this week.
Oh, I thought you was doing a craft thing.
I mean, I was working on that. I showed that to him the second image. I think. I have to bake the other ones. So. So yeah. I'm going to actually make some clay products that will go along with this Neko Cute thing. And it'll be available for sale on my Etsy and eBay. So yeah, this is the vibe for this week, so starting Monday. For those of you who are content creators, here is a inspiration for you guys. I know this is pretty popular right now, or has been at least for the past couple years, especially with the whole gaming community and streaming community. So, so yeah. Background waterfall noises brought to you by the one and only Jeff. Feels like, what you call it, Lisa Frank got in on this. It's kind of cute. And like the pause thing. I've always been a thing for the pause. I don't know. I've been a cat person most of my life, but Abby was like, I do like dogs, but like, Abby was the last pet that I'll ever have. Zoe is not mine. Zoe was here before I got here. I just took a liking to her. So, maybe we'll dress up like Zoe. That's cute. So yeah, that's this week's aesthetic.
Time to sing.
No, I didn't get any stars or hearts today, but thank you for the likes, by the way. But no, I didn't get any bears or lightning bolts today, so I don't get to sing today.
Here's a cat.
Careful, careful. So yeah. Alright, so I guess I'll have to pull all of July's together. So here's Monday. Okay. That one doesn't have anything on it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead. Bye-bye, split screen, sorry. Okay, so going into calendar. Monday. There, okay. So, okay, so Neko Cute. I'm gonna put a note in here. It is basically girl kitty. Okay. And then here we are. Okay, so Being open to new possibilities. We already wrote in this week, so Monday was going to be thinking past negative thoughts. So, going up to, oh, that's Tuesday. Right, Monday, morning messages, energy. So, part of morning messages is the daily tarot card reading, or daily tarot card definition, right? And then okay, so respond text, daily tarot card, text and mail. Weather check. That's already built in, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, so I'm going to save that part for all events, because we're marking that forward, right? Because we want to add a section to it. And the reason why I wrote weather check is because even though it's in here already, I personally want to look at it every single day and make sure that I'm on point. But the thing is that a lot of times, especially here lately, I've noticed that like when I look up like the Weather Channel, they're so wrong. I cannot go by the Weather Channel for nothing. There's that answer. Okay. So, back to what I was saying. Speak. Okay. So, we have morning messages. We've got the live sites, weather check, morning routine, wardrobe. Okay, so today because then that'll be this Sunday. So I need to add a monthly transfer. Transfer monthly to binder. Transfer monthly to binder. Okay, so I want this to repeat once a month. Monthly on the last Sunday, yeah. What time is it? Well, I guess it's all day, so it doesn't really matter. Separate every month to a separate binder. So this is what's wrong with the English language. Get them spelling it wrong. That's crazy. Okay, so separate every month to a separate binder. I'm going to put in parentheses at least the schedule. Projects. Printable. In parentheses, Khan Academy. Okay. There's that. Oh, and stats requirements. I know I'm kind of bouncing around for a second. Bouncing around, bouncing around, bouncing. Transfer monthly. No, I need to change that. Transfer binders. No, because it's already monthly. So yeah, transfer binders. if anybody has any help with this mop of mine. That's some volume, right? Lord. That's what my hair looks like naturally. It's a hot mess. What happens when I don't straighten it? Don't do anything to it. Just wash it. No conditioner, just shampoo. It's super foof. Thanks for the likes. Yeah, crazy. So yeah. Au naturel. Alright. I got that transferred. There's Mondays. Thank you. Okay, so for the rest of, okay, let me go back to the split view. Oh, I don't know why this is doing this. Hold up. Sorry. This is what I was trying to show. My bad. Okay. Alright. So, going back to Monday, so that would be tomorrow. Alright. Personal learning. Now we have to fill this part in. Alright, so in personal learning, we're going to put IG Reels, whatnot. And then in each one of them that I have questions for, I'm just going to go ahead and put a question next to it. So, because I won't remember it, can I add floor blocks? Slash invoke. Do I so there's that. Let's see. So then going into languages, I'm going to fill this in. I think I started to, 3D model, DNA tray with flower coding, how to learn for free, 0-1s. There's some more Monday. Whoops. I'm all mixed up now. I mixed up the pages. Doesn't have to be perfect. What happened Tuesday? Tuesday. So actually for this part, for the house chores part, I actually have the vintage housewife routine. So this is actually the
Time to break out the clay.
this is actually the vintage housewife daily routine that I downloaded from Sage Lilyman on YouTube. And this is actually what started the whole, like, helped me to start really kind of assess what I needed to do and try to, like, organize it in my own mind, and helped me with building out the schedule. So I did not pull all of the information from all of these to this, but I'm going to be building out each one of the house chores days using this vintage housewife routine as a guideline, okay? I grew up, my grandmother was very much like the epitome of the 1950s housewife. Like, all she did all the time was clean and, like, make the house look nice, and, like, I don't know. That's just all she did. Like, she socialized and, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, she was very prim and proper and, you know, very etiquette-y, you know, and, so that kind of, like, was instilled in the back of my mind, but hasn't really been brought to the forefront, so that's why I'm trying to allow that some space in my life. That's something that I really enjoyed about my grandmother, and, so I wanted to incorporate that into my daily, and so that's just part of it also. And this is, like, a lot of information, I know, but, and some of it seems, like, inundated, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would we don't do that? Like, you know, you don't do that much anymore, but for those of us who have the ability to do this, like, I might even do, like, 1 week as a 1950s housewife. Like, I might just do that in honor of Sage Lilyman. And we did, Renee and I both did a week, 1950s week, but we weren't as, like, live, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, we weren't, it was on social media, but it wasn't, like, as pronounced as I am now, right? So I might just give you guys a week where we do the 1950s vibe. Maybe we'll do, you know, like a whole month, like where 1 week is the 50s, next week, or like the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, and we'll go through the weeks maybe. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you want. You know how, like, in school they have, like, a spirit week? Well, maybe this is something that you guys could do. Maybe this week you guys can, I don't know, channel a 50s vibe. It does give you a full breakdown. I'm just kind of holding on to the pages so you guys can look through them real quick. If you have to pause, well, I don't think you can pause the live, but, you know, if you have to, just pause it and look at it. I think it's also a link on my Twitch. I'll try to save this link for you guys on other pages if this is something that you're interested in. But yeah, this came from, like I said, the Sage Lilyman vintage housewife routine, and yeah, it says greet husband gaily. Yeah, that some of these words are not really used freely anymore. I don't know. So, you know, offensive might still be there. So, like, say for example, here's, like, the bedroom. I might post this on the day of whatever. Yeah, let me just go ahead and do that. Let me do that. Let's see. Today is, what do we got in the calendar? Bedroom and monthly. So I'm going to take the content from this try it the other way. There you go. So I'm going to copy and paste this, just as an example. There you go. And even if we don't do all of them, whatever. It's just to get an idea, it's to get something on there. So, the next one is... Oh wait, that was bathroom. Whoops. My bad. That was bathroom. Let me delete that. Here we go. So I can post this down here actually, because I have stuff up there already written that I have to do first. I know for a fact. Priorities, right? Alright, so the first one was bathroom, second one is kitchen. Let me see if there's a washroom area. No, there's not. Okay. Living room. And some of this is like, you can tell that this is old. Like this writing or whatever is old. But, I mean, it gives you like a really good starting point, right? There's that. There was another list that I was going by also, that wasn't specifically this one. And it does give like daily checklists and stuff like that and little notes. She does give you like one that's like pre-made, but I would just delete that. You can go in and like edit it yourself. And then like the weekly meal planning, schedule plans. I did not like how it only went from 7 to 7. That wasn't for me. I wanted to go in there and change all of them, like delete them all. Which technically I guess I could, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I guess I could. No. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, I guess it would work. But it's not big enough of like an area for you to write in anyways. Meal planner. Like I said, this was a really good like light touch, just kind of running through. This one says daily routine, and then there's another that says like the weekly chore. But if we're only doing this once a week anyways, that is a weekly chore. So, and the daily, I included into, like, for example, like with the cleanup at night, cleanup and water garden. As part of the cleanup, you can add, like, the daily routines or whatever. You could split it up to where part of this is the morning routine and part of this is the evening routine. So, like, here's the morning routine, and by the time that you get to review the menu, it's already lunchtime. And then by the time lunch begins, then you have to begin long advance preparations for supper, unless you're like one of those that just does either pre-makes it, you don't have to do is heat it up, or like if you purchase food, depending on your scenario, right? The review the menu and stuff, I do that on Tuesdays anyways. See, I broke this down into different sections for different days. So this way I wasn't doing the same exact thing every single day. It was a little bit of a switch up. But yeah, you are doing a light touch of each one of them. I'm not going to the grocery store in the middle of a hot freaking day. Anybody who lives in the South will tell you we don't go anywhere in the afternoon. Like, especially with groceries. So there we go. I could try this week if y'all want. I could try this. Kitty, why are you mowing? Since I have this as like, okay, this one's better, yeah. Alright. So I'll do this second part underneath here. No, then that would be the afternoon. Yeah, because by the time that I'm just gonna put this in. See, this is all supposed to be before dinner. Yeah, I don't think it's after. So what I do first thing in the morning usually is I'm just gonna put that on there. I'll delete whatever I don't need. Okay. I just want to get it on there. Paste, save. Okay. And then for morning routine, take this all the way down, copy. I'm also going to take the next page too. I'm going to put this. I'm just going to put it more in between, just underneath everything. Yeah, because that's pretty general and neutral. Oh, wait, whoops. Forgot to put, dang it. Where was that at? Yeah. Scroll all the way down. There's that. Okay. So, for the most part, oh, this is a daily routine too. What? Part of power down, maybe. Yeah, because this is like last light touch. Now it kind of messed up everything, but it's okay. We're just doing it. Yeah. Okay, so there is that. I added all of that to current calendar. So, every morning I open the blinds and all around the house. I usually go to the bathroom, maybe take a shower first thing in the morning, make breakfast. So there we go. Okay, there's that. So I'm going to continue adding in, what is this, Thursday? Okay, so YouTube, transfer from Twitch, or put that on there. Find a new pathway. Section. Kitty. No, you're not getting no more food. You already had food. Come here. If you want to go out, come here. empty spots. Check logos. Home project. Google sites or some shit. What was that they were looking at? I don't remember now. Experiments, which is the 365 book, number generator, and random questions. Gym, +1, daily treadmill, lifting, setting receipts, supplies. Okay, so I'm going to add to this section daily intake. Oh, wait, oops. Oops. 10, I guess. Okay. Hey. Is that good?
What's our regular time?
Just whenever we get there. I can't believe August. It's only the 17th. It's crazy. Going into Saturday. Trying to get these knocked out, guys. Sorry.
What you working on?
I'm just it's office work days today, so I'm just transferring everything over to the digital side. What do you do?
I just was reading stuff and on medical stuff, and I was looking at racing, but I'm trying to figure out how you gotta do it. Seems like I get
Google
I
it.
hit all these roads, but I don't know what. I gotta figure it out.
You got this. I believe in you. legitimately don't know how to do this. Sure. Multiplicity. think I have pretty much transferred everything. So everything for the past 2 months is now transferred over. So now I am completely digital. I just want to scream. I just want to scream. Okay. So there's that ASMR typing nonsense. I don't even know if y'all talked on here. Okay. I need to go back to the regular camera. Yay. Okay. So now that I have that, oh wait, what's this? The wrong thing in here? No. I have notes in here. Oh, here's the Tuesdays probably. Yep. In the wrong section. I guess I must have put Tuesday's schedule in Tuesday's section. Let me do that. August in here, just as it is. And then just set these 2 top pages down. And that there, that's blank now. Transfer this over real quick. Okay, so on Tuesday, so inventory. I have to add a section here because I'm going to automatically want to go to this section and it's going to be all online. So I need to so we're going to do the orange, bright cherry color first thing. And it's going to separate to the paper version. Alright, so there's that. I got everything transferred over as far as I know. So alright, so it's been 3 hours. I walked through pretty much everything on here, and plus I was able to transfer everything over, so there's that. That's it. So, I hope you have a wonderful day, and until I see you again, behave.